Who's Who on the Battlefield. LeMay. Aerial tactics pioneer and Air Force General Curtis Emerson LeMay was born on November 15, 1906, in Columbus, Ohio. Unfortunately, his father, Irving LeMay, could not hold a job. He moved his young family across the country, never holding employment for very long. It was his wife, Curtis's mother, Arizona Dove, who held the family together. They finally settled again in Columbus, where Curtis went to public schools and later earned a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Ohio State University. He was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army Air Corps in 1928. LeMay completed his training at Kelly Field, Texas, and gained a full commission in January 1930. Curtis's first tour of duty was the 27th Pursuit Squadron, based at Selfridge Field, Michigan. He was attached to fighter operations before being moved to the bomber wing of the squadron in 1937. On June 9, 1934, Curtis LeMay wed Helen Estelle Maitland. Their marriage was to last the rest of LeMay's life and produced a daughter, Patricia Jane LeMay Lodge, better known as Janie. In 1938, LeMay piloted a B-17 Flying Fortress to South America in that aircraft's first mass flight. His squad, the 2nd Bomb Group, won the McKay Trophy for Outstanding Aerial Achievement, and LeMay pioneered air routes for the Air Corps to England over the North Atlantic and to Africa over the South Atlantic. In the midst of 1942, LeMay was sent to England. While there, he organized and trained the 305th Bombardment Group, then led the planes into combat in Europe. It was during this time that Curtis developed formation and bombing techniques for B-17s. LeMay was also the commanding officer of the 3rd Bombardment Division, based in England. He led the Regensburg Raid, which targeted Germany, and the group returned home via Africa. In July 1944, Curtis was transferred to the Pacific Theater. He took command of the B-29s of the 20th Bomber Command in the region of China, Burma, and India. LeMay's next command was the 21st Bomber Command on Guam. Then he was deployed to Tinian, where he built the world's largest airbase and developed low-altitude, nighttime firebombing tactics to be used against Japan. Curtis then took a job in the Strategic Air Command and returned to the U.S. piloting a B-29 Superfortress on a non-stop flight from Japan to Chicago. He worked for a time at the headquarters of Air Materiel Command before working at the Pentagon. He served as the Deputy Chief of Staff of Air Staff for the Research and Development Wing. In October 1947, LeMay was selected to lead the American Air Force in Europe. He was based in Wiesbaden, Germany, and consequently took part in the Berlin airlift. He returned home to take command of the Strategic Air Command, now headquartered at the Offutt Air Base in Nebraska. He built the base into the epicenter of the Bomber Missile Force and led SAC, as the command was known, for 10 years. Curtis organized an intercontinental ballistic missile force in 1957. He was appointed the Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force in July of that year. LeMay served in this capacity until 1961, when he became the Chief of Staff of the force. Having directed the Bikini Island nuclear tests in 1946, Curtis LeMay was a strong supporter of the use of nuclear weapons. His request to use nuclear bombs on North Korea during the Korean conflict was denied him. His desire to use the weapons during the Vietnam War was also ignored. He tried to pressure U.S. President John F. Kennedy to use a nuclear bomb on Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. Again, this request was denied. LeMay retired in 1965, unpopular and outspoken about the use of nuclear weapons. In addition to his engineering degree, he held honorary doctorates in law and science from many American colleges and universities. He was also awarded 13 American military awards, including the Distinguished Service Cross and 14 foreign military honors. Curtis LeMay passed away on October 1st, 1990, of complications of a heart attack. He is buried at the United States Air Force Academy Cemetery in Colorado Springs, Colorado. He was 84. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the other episodes of the series. Thanks so much for watching!